Today's topic is financial statements. Financial statements means the statements which are prepared at the end of accounting year to know the profits and the financial position of the business are called financial statements. These statements are prepared whenever all the accounting procedure is over because it is necessary for every business to find out the profit and financial position of the business. The financial statements which are prepared are number one is trading account, second is profit and loss account, and third is balance sheet. Now the first is trading account. It's a trading account. Trading account is prepared to know the gross profit or gross loss of the business. It is prepared to ascertain the gross profit or gross loss of the business. Gross profit is the difference between, sales minus cost of goods sold. Gross profit is the difference between sales and cost of goods sold. And cost of goods sold is ascertained by the following formula. Cost of goods sold is known by COGS. COGS means cost of goods sold. It is known by opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. By this way, we find out the cost of goods sold. And the gross profit is found out by minusing or by deducting cost of goods sold out of sales. Sales is here net sales. When we talk about the net, it means it's a net sales. We write here it's a net sales. Net sale means total sales minus sales return. Net purchase means purchases minus purchase return. By this way, we find out the cost of goods sold. The gross profit is the difference between sales and cost of goods sold. And the format of the trading account is in this manner. The format of trading account particular, the rupees or amount, particular and amount. We start is opening stock, purchases minus return outward, return outward means here is the purchase return, direct expenses, direct expenses are those expenses which are incurred in manufacturing of goods and services. Direct expenses. Direct expenses means the expenses incurred to produce the goods, like manufacturing expenses, And here we will write sales minus return inward and closing stock. And the difference is gross profit. Gross profit transferred to profit and loss account. By this we prepare trading account. तो ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट प्रिपेयर करने के लिए हम लोग इस टाइप से करेंगे. डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस को मैं आपको अभी टोटल एक्सप्लेन करूंगा. तो यहां पर क्या लेंगे, ओपनिंग स्टॉक, परचेजेस माइनस रिटर्न आउटवर्ड, डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस. डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस मीन्स मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एक्सपेंसेस और द एक्सपेंसेस इनकर्ड इन द फैक्ट्री. We call it as a factory expenses also. By this way we prepare trading account. Now what are the direct expenses? The elaboration of the direct expenses is like this. Direct expenses. Manufacturing expenses, wages, factory wages, motive power, power is used in the factory, coal, gas, water, carriage, cartage, freight, import duty, excise duty, dock charges, factory lighting. Factory, the word, the direct expenses we will identify the word, either it's a factory lighting, factory power is written. All are direct expenses. Octroi is also direct expenses. Carriage, cartage, freight. Sometimes carriage in is written, carriage on purchase is written, cartage in, freight in is written in. So all are direct expenses. So we will add opening stock, purchases, net purchases and direct expenses. In the other sides, we will write sales and closing stock. By this way, we will find out gross profit if the credit side is more than debit. If means our revenues are more than expenses, the answer will be gross profit. If the expenses are more than revenue, then the answer will be the gross loss. By this way, we prepare trading account. And the next is profit and loss account. Profit and loss account. This account is prepared to ascertain net profit or net loss. Net profit is the difference between gross profit minus all indirect expenses and losses. When we deduct all indirect expenses and losses from gross profit and income, we ascertain net profit. Indirect expenses are expenses which are incurred to operate the business, like office expenses, office or administrative expenses, financial expenses, selling and distribution expenses. All indirect or are called indirect expenses. Indirect expenses वो होंगे जो बिजनेस को स्मूथ रन करने में हम करते हैं, उनको बोलते हैं हम इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस. जैसे आपके ऑफिस एक्सपेंसेस, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस, फाइनेंशियल एक्सपेंसेस, सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एक्सपेंसेस जितने भी है वो इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस होंगे. जब हम इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस की बात करते हैं, इस टाइप से इसका फॉर्मेट बनेगा. प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस का अकाउंट का सेम पर्टिकुलर अमाउंट particular amount. In this side, we take gross profit. Now what we do, now the format of this has been changed. It is along with the trading account. इसमें हम क्या करते हैं फॉर्मेट के लिए, अभी मैं आपको अलग से फॉर्मेट बता रहा हूं, बाद में मैं आपको बता दूंगा एडिशन करके फॉर्मेट बनता है, एक ही बनता है, उसको बोलते हैं ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट। फिलहाल आप लोगों को ये समझाने के लिए कि ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट क्या है, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट क्या है, बैलेंस शीट क्या है, इनको हम अलग अलग तैयार कर रहे हैं। बाद में क्या करेंगे, वी विल शो द ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट टुगेदर। इट्स ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, ऑल इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस, indirect expenses, office expenses, electricity, postage and telegram, printing and stationery, all the office expenses, the expenses which are incurred in the offices, advertisement, indirect expenses, selling and distribution expenses, packing expenses, carriage outward, discount allowed, commission paid, interest paid, audit fee, legal charges, establishment expenses, trade expenses, bad debts, depreciation, all are indirect expenses and losses. And in this side, we take the income like discount received, commission received, interest received, etc. And we find out net profit. Here we write discount received and other income. And we find out net profit, which is transferred to balance sheet, net profit. And if this side is more, the answer will be net loss. By this way, we prepare profit and loss account. So profit and loss account is over. Balance sheet is the statement which is prepared to ascertain the financial position of the business. How much assets we have, how many liabilities we have. We prepare the balance sheet. In the balance sheet, it is the left hand side. Left hand side is the credit side, while right hand side is the debit side. While in all other accounts, this side is the debit side and this is the credit side. केवल बैलेंस शीट एक ऐसी है जिसमें ये साइड है आपकी डेबिट साइड और ये साइड है क्रेडिट साइड। तो बैलेंस शीट में जब हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे, सबसे पहले हम लेके चलेंगे आपके कैपिटल प्लस नेट प्रॉफिट माइनस ड्रॉइंग्स। Then creditors, bills payable, all liability will be written here. Bills payable, loan, outstanding expenses, and other liabilities. Liabilities are the obligation of the firm to pay outsiders. And here we will write the assets. Cash in hand, current assets and fixed assets. Cash in hand, cash at bank, sundry debtors, bills receivable, prepaid expenses, fixed assets, all fixed assets will be written here. Building, machinery, plant and machinery, furniture, all fixed assets will be written here. Even investment will be written in the balance sheet. One thing in the current asset is also closing stock. And by this way, we prepare balance sheet. If both the sides matches, it is assumed that our question is correct and the balance sheet shows the financial position of the business, which shows that always assets are equal to liabilities and capital. By this way, we prepare the balance, all the three statements of sole proprietorship and partnership, because now the format of the company's balance sheet has been changed. It is in the horizontal form and the company's balance sheet is in the vertical form. By this way, we prepare the balance sheets, trading account, profit and loss account of sole proprietor and partnership firm. So this topic is over. The format portion of financial statement is over.